Hello everyone. Oop, I can hear myself. What is that? Okay, how about okay, that's better. So hi, how you guys doing? We'll start in a couple of minutes. Just setting up a couple of things before we begin. In the meantime, welcome. Hope you're having a great day today. Okay, let's begin. Let's see. Whoop and whoop. There you go. Hi, how you doing, guys and gals? Everyone, welcome to another Wednesday. Good news, I figured out a solution for for the problem on Monday. I couldn't figure out the problem and why it was not working like the rest, but I came out with a solution that works perfectly fine. We'll get to that in a minute. Just let me send a few messages so that everyone knows that we are live. Go away. Boom. And finally, blue sky. There you go. The mountain in the sea. Interesting. Close that, and let me just make sure that we can see my screen. Perfect. Anything? Yeah, a few things that I have to close here. I don't need you, and I don't need you either. Neither you. Just delete it, please. Thank you. So before I begin, I want to test something out because last video on Monday, when I checked back the VOD, There was something weird with the audio, like an echo. So I'm going to make sure that that's not happening right now. You indulge me for a minute. I think, yeah, I think I can check it out on YouTube so I can go back and listen to myself. Shut up. Headphones, please. All right, let me just check this real quick. Why can't I hear myself? Oh. I think it's fine. Maybe not. I can't really hear. Hold on. No, it's fine. No echo. Perfect. I think it was, I can't speak with myself in my ear. I think the problem was voice mod. And I think it was coming out of, it was outputting the audio that was picking up from the microphone through the as application audio. And that actually was causing the echo. Right. I don't need you anymore. Thank you. All right. Now where's chat? Chat, where are you? There you go. Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre Sanchez. How you doing, man? So nice to see you here. Welcome. All right. So, if you recall, we had a problem on Monday because we were using the life cycle hook methods from Livewire to react to changes made to properties that we had in our form component by using the updated and then the property name. That worked fine for the radio station, for the service ID, and what was the other one? The date, I think. So, but it when it came time to react to users being me, reacting to the checking of the checkbox to select multiple times, suddenly the updated lifecycle hook did not fire. I tried almost anything and I just couldn't figure it out. So instead, let me show you what I did to solve it. It was really very simple. What I did is for every input type checkbox, I added a wire click event and I connected this update checkout quantity, making sure that I don't use the updated. Updated will be treated as a life cycle hook, and therefore checkout quantity is the property that Livewire is trying to look for. So just update, not updated, not updating, just update, and then checkout quantity, because that's pretty much what I need to change. How many of the time slots do you select, so that for each one we can charge you the amount of the price that that service is worth. So that's the only thing I did for this input. Wire model, still the same. It's still connected to form selected time slots, which is an array. And then on the component side, I only have this update checkout quantity. And just to see the changes that I'm doing, I'm using this quantity property that we had at the beginning when we were testing the checkout button. So this kind of falls into the same thing, where if I update this quantity property, then when I click the checkout button, that'll be the amount of items that I'm going to charge. So it works kind of the same way. It actually works the way that I want to. So all I'm doing here is I'm just for easy counting. I could have used like the array count from PHP, but I kind of like this method better. I just use collect, pass the array from selected time slots because it's wire connected or wire modeled. Then this has the correct number of items in the array. And then I just call count, and that modifies the quantity. And therefore, in the form that we have right now, we still have that quantity input at the end, so we can see the amount changing. That's probably going to go away, but at least we can see the effects of you clicking on a checkbox. Let me just run npm run dev here so that we can see the solution in action. Okay, so we select the radio station, we get the number of services. Right now it's just one, which is, oh, by the way, we need to replace this. This is currently, is it? I don't remember. No, I think this is dynamic, comes from the service. I'll check. But if you click on this one, then you can select a date for this ad to go live. We select this one, and then we have a bunch of time slots based on the schedule of the radio station. And now, if you direct your attention to this quantity number here, whenever you click on one of these, now the quantity increases or decreases. And that's what we need. And in fact, if we were to check the array that this field is connected to, or this checkbox group is connected to, we will see the contents of it every time we check on one item. And in fact, let's actually take a look at that so that you can see the array changing. We can probably just do dd. Yeah, let's just output this selected, this form, sorry. Selected time slots. And every time I click on one, the array changes. I clicked on 11 a.m. And if I click on 12:30, now we have that in the array. And now if I click 1:30, now it's the 13:30 p.m. And yeah, every time I click on it, and if I click on that again, then the array changes back. So yeah, that's what we needed. So Abdul, hey, how you doing, man? So nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. What VS extensions do you use for Laravel development? Let me show you. I have a few. Very soon I will just use the one. It's coming in November, right? The VS Code extension for Laravel, the official Laravel VS Code extension. I'm waiting for that so badly. But for now, what I use is I use Better Pest for my testing, which just gives me a couple of commands in the command palette to run a test suite or a test function. So Better Pest, I use cat pushing for my theme, cat pushing perfect icons for my icons on the side. I don't know what this. Oh, this is a handy thing that I use for duplicating files in my file explorer. So if I click on one of these and I do Shift Command D, no, that's not the one. Command D actually. I can just type in the duplicate file instead of just right clicking and then copy and then right clicking and paste. So that's kind of handy. GitHub Actions. I don't really use this one much. Oh, actually, I do. Is GitHub Actions actually gives you this menu here. So it tells you what branch you're in and lets you do GitHub stuff, as well as it gives you this menu here so that you can commit, stage, on stage, and do all the GitHub stuff that you do. I have this one is because I wanted to learn Vim so this is a handy tutorial for Vim PHP CS Fixer for my formatting in PHP, PHP debug, so for my Xdebug, yeah, for Xdebug basically, IntelliFence, which is the most popular one for, you know, suggestions and stuff like that. And I think that's all PHP related. I tell me CSS IntelliSense, Vmotions for my editing, and then I still have this view here, but I don't really do view development anymore, so that probably is going to go away soon. The Jeet, hey man, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. I can recommend one plugin. Which one? What's the name? Thanks, my man. Appreciate the walkthrough. No problem. No problem at all. That's why I'm here. DevSense PHP. I tried that one. I tried it. And I think I mentioned why I didn't keep it, and it was very picky of my part. It's really good, but there was there was specific place in my code, an if statement, I think, that was showing like three orange dots below it. And I could not for the life of me. It solved the problem. I'm gonna give it a try, and then I'm gonna give it another try. It's dope. I just blown away. Let's try it. Why not? If that's fixed, we can give it a try. DevSense. This one. PHP all-in-one, PHP support, IntelliSense. Well, do I have to disable the rest of plugins? Oh, it's a lint problem. Huh. Okay. I'm going to give this a try. Not right now because that'll take a few tinkering. So I don't want to take you through that, but I will give it a try. I will give it another try. Maybe I didn't try hard enough to give it a shot. Right, but I probably have to disable the other plugin that I have for IntelliSense so that it's not they're not colliding. Same with the debugger, CS fixer. Maybe that's not required. I will give it a try offline, so that maybe for the next session I will have it as my only option. Maybe I'll have just one plugin for now until the official comes out. So thank you so much. I will definitely give it a try. Where were we? So yeah, that pretty much takes care of this part. Did I save? And now what's next would be to show, instead of showing quantity here, I would like to update the checkout amount somewhere in this page so that for everyone that you check, you can see the total amount that you're going to pay. Probably there is a bit of white space here. I think we could show it in this side, maybe split this section here into two columns. And then show maybe the time, the price, and at the end, at the bottom, the total, which is kind of what the system that I'm using as a base does for their checkout. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try it. Right now, this section here, is just one big div. It has a label. So maybe I can have this div be maybe a flex. Yeah, let's try it. So I guess what I could do is just create another div here. That will be the wrapping because I do need this one to be flex call. Let's see, let's do item center and justify between. No, wait, item start. Item start is the vertical alignment, and I kind of want both items since the list of checkboxes is going to grow and we don't know how big it's going to be. We kind of want that to determine like the total height of the component, initial total height, and then on the side, starting at the top, that therefore item start will be the checkout list or the selected items description summary, something like that. All right, so item start and justify justify between, I guess. Justify between is create a space in between the two. I'm currently working on a reverse scenario, converting speech to text. Love to see this. Used Conky and Parler. They work single thread. That is the only problem I face. Using CPU, so it is low, I guess. Yeah, if it's single threaded. That's interesting. Converting speech to text. All right, so justify between. Okay. So one of the items will be the list of time slots, and the other let's make it kind of the same class space y2 with full. I don't know if that's doing anything. And then flex call. Okay. So for every item that we click here, we're gonna see a summary here with the item that the user selected, the price for each item, and a total at the end. So that'll be the selected items array actually. And how is this spacing on this one? Okay. Pretty much center aligned. Well, not center aligned, but it's evenly divided basically. Okay. Hmm. So let's create a for each in this on this side. So for each form select time slots as time slot and we want to display this, maybe just a span with the time, which is the time slot, is the value. You probably have to carbon parse that because it's currently on in a 24-hour format. So that'll be the time. We need the price next to it. Actually, yeah. Let's try with a div. Span. Class. It was font medium. Text SM. Where do we have the service? I'm gonna need the service here. We are already selecting the service from here. But are we keeping that as a property? I don't think we are. Update form, no, that's not it. Updated form service ID. So we are creating a date period, carbon period for the days, schedules. So I guess, wait, where's the service? Oh, here. When we select schedule at, that's when we are actually finding the service from the service ID that we selected previously. We keep it here as a local variable. The only time that we use that is for the interval in minutes so that we know the interval of the time slots. I guess we could put it in a public property so that I can use it when displaying the summary, because the service is the one that has the price in it. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Why? Why are you like that? Okay, so yeah, let's put service in a public property. So this service. Like so. Then let's head up. By the way, I need to put this code somewhere else. All of this updated. It's way too much code for a component. Need to break it down. We need public service, and on mount I guess this is going to be model or collection. It's a model. Yeah, so let's type in this service and make it optional. And in fact, by default, it's going to be no. And then all the way down here, I lost it. Awesome. Let's just do what? There you go. In here we do a find that gives me a model. And then we use that as interval in minutes, not using it anywhere else. Now, on my template, I can use it here. So we can, first of all, show the time. Let's do carbon parse time slot. And then format as 12 hours, minutes, and AM PM. That'll be the time. Next to it, we are going to put the price. Let's put it inside parentheses. And that'll be the service. Come on, price. Don't need to format that because that's already being formatted by the money package that we installed at the beginning. Not today, the beginning, but the beginning. Okay, let's see if that works. Radio station, hate that. Radio station, service, date, and then one error. Class carbon not found. Okay. Probably need to use the entire. I don't like that. Can probably. Well, I don't know. No. Let's use the full path. So illuminate support carbon. Are you like that? No? Okay. It's because it's for Matt, not for Mar. Bruh. Dude, stop doing that. Okay, date. Undefined variable service. What do you mean undefined variable service? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's there. Service. It's from the component. Why can't you use it? It's a public property. Why can't you? Form is a public property. Where's form? Yeah, form public property, but you can't see service. It's right there. I didn't misspell it. Dear Lord, why? Hmm. 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 Okay. Do you work without it? That is my question. Yeah. Why can't you see? By the way, this has to be lower. Why? 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 Tell me why. Please tell me why. Can't be that. Cannot be that. You have to save the file to see the changes, my friends. It is not rocket science. Just save, please. What is this? Yeah. Okay, 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 okay. I know, I know. That's the other one that I didn't save. Why? I didn't change anything here. What do you mean? Just close it without saving, please. Don't save. Thank you. Okay. And let's go back to the template and change this stupid thing. There you go. Rodrigue Shot. Hello, Arturo. Happy to watch you on live again. You make a good job. I like it and I learn more more from your channel, I guess is what you're saying. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Appreciate that. And it's very nice to see you too. All right, let's try this. Station, date, service. All right, better. I guess we could add like a title like this one, add a label here that reads summary, right? Yeah. Let's try that. Let's bring, what is it, label? Yeah. Yoink. Paste. Summary. Radio station. Service. Date. Boop, 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 bah. I thought they were misaligned, but that's just an illusion. Everyone is perfectly aligned. Now I just have to add a total at the end. I I kind of like the way that I did it in the previous video, in the previous project. Sorry. So let me open that and look for it. I think it was a placeholder. Service review. No. Time slots. I think this is the one. HTML string. Oh, it was a partial, so it's a view time slots. Time slots. And that is this. A span with, oh, I used a div. So I can probably, instead of using li here, I can just use a div with a border and then the total. Yeah. Copy that. And summary. Paste it here. Let's change this. What was the command? It was change surrounding tag for a div. There you go. In this case, we don't need an li. We can just use as a span. Now that total is going to be pretty much a I probably need to surround this with a div, don't I? Yep. I can just say bear with me. How about that? So I use money. This is from the money package so that I can format whatever number comes out of this as a currency. I collect the selected time slots again because I like to use count. So I multiply the number of selected items, selected time slots by the price, hoping that it's not going to format this, but we'll see. Also, I don't want to show. Do I want to show? Maybe I want to show. Let's show. I was thinking that maybe I should hide the total when there is nothing selected, but maybe we just show total of 0. Maybe that'll work. Maybe not. Attempted to read property price on no, because there is no service. No, that's for templates. It's just to no. Maybe we can do a no here. Yeah, let's do this. I don't know what that's gonna be. So what happens when you multiply something by no in PHP? Zero. So no evaluates to 0. And then 0 times 10, 0. The same if I multiply by false. Yes. Now you know. Yeah, it's so the second argument is coming out as an instance of money. So price, I need to do something with that. I need a it probably has a property, maybe like not that value. Maybe you think that's fair assumption? No. Okay, let's see what we have in that class. I guess we could look for documentation real quick. IDK man N. Hey man, what you suggest is the best way or course to take to become efficient in PHP Laravel? Thank you. I think the best thing you can do is go to laravel.com, head over to their documentation. Where are you? Right there. So head over to Laravel documentation and go to the getting started section. I believe they have a starting project. Didn't they? I remember they have like a starting example project that you can follow along. Configuration, directory, front end starter kit deployment. Where is it? Did they remove it? Oh, it's in tutorials. Let me see if it's not on the 11. Oh, they remove it. They used to have a tutorial here. But oh, maybe you do this. I think I have a video with that tutorial and I follow it. I follow along. So it should be. Let me see if I can find it. Link it in chat. It was live. Man, so many live sessions. I know it's here somewhere. Was it Laravel Reverb? No, I don't think it was. Anyway, I took you into okay, thank you. Oh, that's really cool. What's the best way for PHP? And the setup is really nice though, crisp. Okay, so let me think. I think the best way that you can get very, very proficient in PHP and Laravel, it's with, there is a tutorial from the guy from Laracast. What is this? Didn't sign me out. What? I'm not signing here. So head over to Laracasts. There should be a series. I can't remember the name right now. I think it's called 30 Days. Yeah, 30 Days to Learn Laravel. If I'm not mistaken, it's free. The entire series is free. You can watch it for free. And it basically takes you through anything you need to know, from the hello world to eloquent, forms, handling, authentication, everything. So if you want something to get you all the way with Laravel and PHP, this is the way. Just follow Jeffrey, and you'll be good to go. I don't know if you use, what do you use for development, Mac or Windows? Either way, use Herd. That's what I would recommend to get you started on Windows or Mac. This will give you a complete development environment with multiple PHP versions, your own local domains, anything you need. I think he does Laravel version 11. I doubt that even if it does, if it's not the latest version, I think he started with a very late version, maybe 10, I'm not sure. But everything that he teaches in this series will apply to the latest version of Laravel. There is nothing there that is not backwards compatible. I know because I follow the entire series just to see how what were the concepts that he was teaching, and it's very complete, and you can use Laravel 11. By the way, Peeps Quick 001, welcome. And I believe I heard a follow later. The other. What is that? That is, yeah, I follow. IDK, man. Thank you for the follow, man. So nice. You're awesome, dude. Noise. Yeah. No problem. Good to be here. Good to have you. So sad. They had like a tutorial that you can follow along in the documentation. It was like a clone, a Twitter clone. I remember I made a video about this, but I can't remember which one. That happens when you have like 200 videos already uploaded. All right, so where were we? Can't remember. Oh, right there. This. I need to figure out what to use to get the price in integer format. Let's look for it here. Need that. Need that. I need that. CK C known money. Laravel money. This is the one. Let's see. What do we have here? Money, USD. No. Rules, casting. Is it worth using the PHP Storm or will be fine with VS Code? Let me think. Is it worth it? Yes, because it has a lot of ingrained things that, for example, the official pest plugin, like it has very good plugins for Laravel. But if you don't want to pay a subscription for an IDE, VS Code, it's totally fine. I use VS Code. I've used VS Code for over 15 years. No, not 15. Maybe around 12 years now. I've always used VS Code. Haven't had to switch. My way of thinking is if I'm comfortable with VS Code and I cannot justify the purchase of PHP Storm, if what I have right now, it's perfectly enough. No problem. Gas, money. Hey, Leah, how you doing? The Laravel Idea plugin for PHP Storm is on Laravel Idea. That was the one that I was looking for. It's so nice though. But the new Laravel plugin, which is almost here, I want it, for VS Code, which comes out this month, should make the VS Code experience better too. It's actually going to be like the only plugin that you need. Also, hi, how you doing? So nice to see you. By the way, can I use this? I might try switching back to VS Code when the plugin comes out. Yeah, I mean, you got like what, a year of free PHP Storm? Like you got like a key for free? That's so nice. Yeah, that was so nice of him, right? Like so unexpected. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I haven't used it because I have. In fact, I tried it for like a week or two when I was following one series in Latacast about Pest, and I thought I'm gonna give it a try because I've never used it. Maybe I did, but it was too long ago. So I did give it a try. And again, it's not a bad, it's a really complete and robust editor. But I already had VS Code and I was all of my settings in I have VS Code so configured to my liking that I just didn't see the need of switching to something and then starting to configure it again to my likings. It included all their I really wow. Isn't it true that they gave away one like not gave away but made it free? It I think it was the one for HTML and JavaScript. WebStorm. I think WebStorm is now free, or now it was never purchased or something like that. I don't even know which other ones they have. I'm trying to land a job and they want me to know everything there is for PHP and Laravel. There's no such thing. Tried making a project for it through YouTube, but they were like, nah, I gotta know everything and make it yourself. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting position because I'm gonna be real with you. I've been programming PHP since I was 21 years old. I'm 44 now, so I've been working in PHP for over 20 years. 12 of those years. I think it's 12. I don't remember when I started using Laravel since version 4.2. That was like maybe 10 years ago. I don't know everything there is to know about Laravel or PHP. You know why? Because every new version of PHP, they introduce something new. So you will always see me going back to the documentation. I always have the documentation open because it's impossible for the human brain to know everything there is to know about Laravel. You can know the basics and go around with a simple CRUD application and maybe go and make that without too much help. But I guarantee you that if I do start a new project and start do something, the simplest application there is, you will see me look at the documentation at least once or twice every 2 hours. There is no way that you can know everything there is to know about PHP and Laravel because that's insane. And the fact that they require you to do that and you have to do it yourself without help, it's a very interesting position for someone that is hiring. I wouldn't want to work for someone who doesn't want me to use documentation to help me out. It's insane. I use VS Code for all my JavaScript stuff, but switched to PHP Storm when we started using Laravel and PHP for work. And the C# one too. I miss C#. There was a time when I got into game development very briefly, and the first game engine that I used was Unity, and I used Unity with C#, and I actually created my first tiny little game for a game jam using Unity and C#. It's a really nice language. WebStorm and Rider are now free for non-commercial use. Got it. Yeah. What is Rider for? I'm not familiar about that one. WebStorm I've used, but like again, sometimes if I can use VS Code, I don't see the need to switch. Yeah, at this point I feel like they don't even want me to get the job or some. Haha, but I was like I should try anyway. Yeah, you should always try. You should always try. There's no harm in trying, right? In fact, when I was trying to land the job that I have currently, I did I actually created a test project, like something that I can show and so that they can see that I know what I'm doing. Because when I was trying to land that job, I had been away from programming for 7 years, so I was rusty as hell. It took me a while to get back into to get back into programming. It's rough to spend 7 years without writing a single line of code and then try to create a simple application just to have something to show. Rider is for C#, .NET, Godot. Godot. I love Godot. My second game jam was in Godot. I tried on Real once. Couldn't get into it. And Unity, of course. Interesting. I might give Rider, well, I say that. I tried for the game jam that I did recently. I tried switching from the Godot's official like IDE to VS Code, but I don't know. They have such a good experience within the engine for writing code that it didn't stick for me. But I love Godot. In fact, it kind of messed me up because I spent 4 weeks programming in GDScript, and then when I came back to PHP, I forgot to put semicolons, dollar signs everywhere. It was Kind of messed me up for a while, but I love Godot. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I, I still do as a how do you say this, force of habit. Even though you don't have to put semicolons in JavaScript, I still do, no matter what. But I still miss the dollar signs when I'm in JavaScript land for too long. Glad to know that it's not just me. Where can I play extensions? Cast, money, decimal, money, money. Now this is annoying. Get amount. There it is. Sneaky. Let's see if that works. Radio station, text to speech. There you go. Uh-huh. That worked. That actually worked. All right. Nice. So now, in fact, if I do click checkout, let's select 4, for example. So 4 is the quantity. This was already covered before. If I do proceed to checkout, now you have the summary or the total amount, and you can actually change the amount here as well if you need to. And that will do that, and then you can do continue and pay. Now, we still haven't done the webhooks part, so that the database will update when a successful checkout is made. That's still in to do. Trying to think what else. Well, we probably can get rid of that quantity input from there. We don't need that. There you go. That's pretty fucking cool. Thank you. I think so too. So nice. I'm still in the fence about if I want this to be like wider. Maybe split the form in 3 columns. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that because every time I do this, the form start to. Why do you do that? Oh my god. The form starts to grow, and then you have to scroll down and then select the date, scroll down again. I don't know if I like that. Then again, the time slots could be a problem because I never know. I can't know how many time slots there will be. The only problem there being that the height might change depending on the amount of time slots. I might give it a try just to see how it looks, and maybe in the next maybe next Monday. For now, this looks good. I guess what I want to do now is, even though I won't be charging anything, I am going to hook this to return me to the list of orders that I've made. So I can have like a list of purchases that I can reference, or the user can have a list of purchases. So maybe a list of ads. I don't know what good that would be though. There is no changing. There is no change. Diego AGTC, thank you for subscribing to the channel. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. What would be the use of having a list? Maybe for billing purposes? I'm sure Paddle has a billing portal that you can download invoices from. So maybe that'll be useful. Yeah. So all I have to do is when I do proceed to checkout, that is going to return me. I don't know. Hold on. Let me think about this. So I have no control over what happens here. I can only control what happens when a purchase is made. And I think that was in the render here. So checkout and then the return to route. I think this is a get, but I'm not sure. Maybe I can intercept the webhook and do something like create. But then again, if I do it there, I'm not going to have any information from the. This is so tough. I'm not gonna have the information from the form. Which probably tells me that I should have like an intermediate step. Like this button should not be here. Maybe I have to have a button to review, like a button to go and review your order. That will create the ad record with all the time slots. Therefore, I can retrieve the total time slots and give a quantity for the checkout, and then you click on proceed to checkout. In that case, a user can make an ad and not pay for it right away. Because if they skip the checkout, I would still have an ad record with a bunch of time slots reserved. So what happens then? What happens if there's another user that comes in and wants to, well, that's not too much of a problem, I guess. They're 30 seconds each. I'm sure if we have 3 people with their ad going live at 11 a.m., and each of those is 30 seconds, then we can have a bunch at the same time. So I guess it's not that big of a deal if we overbook, right? Yeah, just to keep things simple. So I think I'm going to have a button here that will create the slot, that will create the ad and all of the time slots associated with that ad. And then move to a review page where you see the total, and then you can click proceed to checkout. And then you pay, and that takes me back to the list of orders. And that list of orders, if you didn't pay, will have a list of orders that will that will have statuses, whether you pay or didn't pay, which I probably have to link to the, what's it called? There's a table that came with Cashier. Transactions, is it? Yeah, because I'm not doing subscriptions. So maybe it's the transaction, billable, paddle ID, subscription ID, invoice number, status total. So all of these tables, the transaction ID, subscription items, customers, all of those tables are automatically updated by paddle when you complete a transaction. Thinking, thinking, thinking. One thing at a time. I'm trying to get ahead of myself, to be honest, and when that happens, I paralyze. So one thing at a time. Let's just deal with creating an ad, just the operation of creating an ad, and then we will deal with the checkout later and the webhooks and everything else. Just create an ad, and we'll take it from there. Let's see. I'm going to replace this button then. I think it was X primary button. Review order, maybe. I'm going to maybe just comment out this section, just so I have a reference then. That looks terrible. Thank you. Class. Let's make it widthful. And margin top. Wait, this has to be in the form. Form has space y4, so that'll take care of the margin. No? Okay. This should be disabled, by the way, until you have at least one slot. Unexpected token. Where? Oh, is it because this? No. Come on, dude. Oh, the button doesn't have a disabled property. At least not the component. Rodrigue, Arturo, I'm encountering an issue with filament PHP with Laravel 11 in herd. I'm facing an execution timeout problem with Nginx. Huh. That's the first time I heard about it. Laravel herd, Laravel 11 filament. I've never heard of that problem before. Never had that problem before. It's definitely not something with filament. Can't be. So it's got to be herd and Nginx. Not even Laravel. That wouldn't cause a problem with execution timeout. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I don't know, dude. It's very strange. If I were you, I would probably, as uh, as bad as it sounds, I guess my gut instinct would be to uninstall her and then reinstall it. Maybe restart the computer while you're at it. So yeah, the good old turn it off and on again, because it's a really strange problem. Never had that before. Are you working on Mac or Windows or Linux? In my case, I can always see if Nginx is running by just clicking here. Windows 11. Huh. Yeah, I also have it in Windows 11. Never had that problem either. Let me check. On Windows 11, you click on the arrow of running processes and then click her. That will open up. Does it say that Nginx is running when you open the Laravel her dashboard? Also, when you click on the dashboard and there is a like an eye info icon next to Nginx, and you click on that, you can actually see the logs for Nginx. In my case, I have no logs, so there is no errors. Maybe that'll give you a bit more insight about what is going on, because that is quite the pickle. Not gonna lie. Oh, there is a new version. Did you update to this version 11.1.11.2? I don't know if that's for Windows 2. Because you could try and see if you have the latest version. Why are you not disabling my button? Why are you not disabling my button? Does it need a property? I think that I think it needs a prop. I think that's the whole problem, because I remember that, for example, the text input does have the disabled property. Oh, that. Let's try that. Will it work? Nginx is working fine. The problem is in the browser where the page are slow. And I encounter a maximum execution time exceeded error. And it only happens in this project specifically. So if you try another project with just Laravel without filament, that works fine. There is no issues there. It's only with this specific project. Try and do this. Create a new project, a fresh Laravel project without a starter kit, and then follow the filament installation on that project step by step. Don't skip anything. And when you're done, see if you can, first of all, access the Laravel welcome page. And that's it. If you can see that, then you move into create a simple resource without data. Just create a simple model. Maybe you already have a user and the user has one entry in the table. Create a simple resource for just users and test that. So move one bit at a time. First of all, create a new Laravel project, test it. Does it work fine? Great. Follow the filament installation step by step. And when you're done, does the welcome page still working? If it does, then move to a simple resource and then just take it from there. See where does it break in a new project, as sometimes that can help. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Wait. Okay. Yeah, give that a try and let me know. That sounds stupid. Why is it not disabling the Yeah, the button is disabled, but I have no indication that it is. That's my problem. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Not important. Okay, so primary button. This will be type submit by default. Let's try and do what's here. Ooh. Okay. We're going to need a method to save the app. So let's go over to the form and let's use wire submit. And let's take it to form. No, actually, let's take it to a store method in this component. Wire submit, wire submit store. Now, get over to create add. Let's add a. Guess I don't need this checkout either. Anyway, anymore. Will it break? Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, okay. I guess it's not hurting anyone by staying there. Let's leave it. Let's do a public function store. And this will actually go to this form store. Because in the add form component is where we have all the information that we have connected to the form. So we should have enough to create at least an add record. Let's try that, and then we will deal with all of the time slots that belong to that record. Let's do public function. And yes, I am aware that we're going to need validation, but one step at a time. Function store. Is it protected or public? It's public. So for the add, we're going to need the user ID, radio station ID. The user ID comes from the session. That's fine. Radio station ID, service ID, business type ID. In order, please. Business type ID, radio station ID. Wow. Service ID. Schedule add copy, and audio file. So the simplest thing that we can do right now, even though there is no validation, and we will have a validation, but we can just try and do add, create, and then just pass all the information. Audio file, this audio file. Add copy, this add copy. Okay. I just want to see if it works. So I'm going to open Tinker here, Tinkerwell. And then head over to the form and try to create something, right? I'm not going to have any confirmation. My confirmation will be the record in the database. Service, radio station, date. Let's choose this two. And then click review order. Of course. Of course. No errors. Do I have a record? Let's find out. So add models. Oh, first one worked fine. Second one, not so much. But I think this one is from the from the database either. Just for the created add date. This one created a record, but the add copy was empty. Scheduled add. Wait. I'm actually not sure. Well, the scheduled add is kind of okay, and nothing else, man. Nothing else worked. Add copy, audio file. Yeah, this is not wired correctly. Audio file either. Everything else is fine. User ID, that's fine. Registration ID, that's correct. Service ID, only one. Business type ID, that's also correct. Scheduled add, that's the correct date. That's what we selected. But add copy and audio file are coming out empty. Let me find out why. Create add. So I guess the problem is in the let's figure out the audio file first, because the file name is, we're not putting that in any place. We're kinda, hold on. Isn't there? No, there isn't. This should be form audio file. This form audio file. We're gonna get this from the response. We are already going to have a file name created using a UUID. But for testing purposes, we are defaulting this to a test file that we have. So we should put that into the property of the form. Now, for the add copy, I think the problem is in the template. Maybe I'm not wire modeling the text area. Yeah, I missed this. I switched from snake case. Sorry, I had it initially on snake case. Then I had a brain fart and switched to camel case. And then I unfarted my brain and turned it back to the snake case. But I missed that one. So should be good. Try that again. Test 3. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, audio file didn't work. Why are you like this? Why? Oh, because that's in the preview button. Of course. I'm not. So this create this. I'm setting this in the preview. So I guess I should click preview to make it realistic. Let's try that.
This Wednesday, we begin a new project with the Laravel framework.
That should have set the audio file property. Let's try this 4 now and review order. That creates a new record. And there it is. Noise. Okay, so I can create records. From here, I just have to polish the form, add validation, and redirect the user to the review page where they can click checkout, pay with paddle, and then take them back to the list of orders or ads. We're moving along, we're chugging along little by little. Okay, so let's hit pause here. We've been streaming for 2 hours. 2 hours is fine. And we can continue next Monday where we are going to polish and make the form work perfectly with validation. And maybe we can start with the checkout process. And also we need to start with the list of, with a page so that we can have a list of ads. Thank you so much, everyone. We're going to pause here. Thank you for everyone who joined me. I hope you found any of this helpful. And if you did, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, follow me on Twitch if you're not doing so already. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stand by, we're going to see who can we raid today on Twitch. Yeah, only one option, but it's the best one. We're gonna raid out to Parent Software. I think the Wigglers are out and about. We all need some cuddly, noodly creatures. We need the cozies. So yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night, and I'll see you on Friday.